Downtown, I got that heat, let's go.
Hey. It's your boy, the SMT. Checking my levels. Music should be going. You guys should be hearing me now. Can you hear me now? Let me know how my audio is feeding. Let me know how the mic is. Things should be leveling out here. What is up, y'alls? I see all my moderators. Big shout out to the mod squad. I see you, Raph. I see you, Cesar. Nintendo 504 in the house. Clint is here. Cesar Gonzalez. ¿Cómo está, amigo? Mr. X is here. Appreciate you guys. Stacey's in the house. Big Bob. Speed Test, what up? Outlaw the Wise Guy, I see you. Baby Yoda, Brennan. William, thank you for the super chat, my dude. Appreciate you very much. Got things going off right with the super chat there. Thank you. Not going to be on too long today. I just want to kind of put a bow on the video from earlier today. So we'll just do a follow-up. Just want to get some stuff off of my chest. Information that I think it is important for people to know. Caleb, I see you, bro. Good to have you on. Saldana, my dude. Gene is here. Tech Twan, what up, bruh? The homie Mike West. Let's see who else is here in the live chat. Jarrett, I see you. Michael, my friend, good to have you on. Obed, Sean, Matt Dubb, Black Spawn is here. Thank you for being here. Troy Hicks. Yep, music is still playing. That's the idea. Mikey Tech Reviews, my dude, says Mike is good. Audio sounds excellent. Thank you. Cesar Barajas, my friend. Jesse Schumacher. Teletech. Scotty Alvarado. Zena. D Doyle 06, what is up? Brad B, thank you. And Black Spawn drops the major donation. First with the super chat. Thanks for the good work and the info. I wish I could give you credit for the first super chat, but you did drop the heaviest super chat. I think we had a couple right before you, actually. We had from William, so big shout out to William. Thanks for the super chat. And you came in number 2, but never secondary. You are always the primary. Thank you, guys. Jessica's here. It's good to have you on, Jess. Thanks for stopping by tonight. Timbo, what is up? Steven, I see you. Mikey Tech Reviews just dropped a super chat. Appreciate you, man. You the homie, though. Sam Vehicles is here. Adam, my dude. Tom, hey. YouTube effing sucks, hey. Michael Luque says, I saw your video, carriers lie, so what else is new? Indeed, young grasshopper, indeed. Sean Robinson, what is up? Ja Solo Gaming, what is up, my dude? I see you guys getting it in the live chat. Very active, very good. Happy to see that. K Deuce, what is up, my friend? Been a while since I've seen you on. Good to have you. Fabrizio PH, good to have you as well. D Doyle 06, appreciate the super chat. Thank you for that. Very nice, very kind of you. Gene also dropped the super chat, as well as Mikey Tech Reviews. Now I'm getting harassed by dude SMT. Appreciate the super chats, guys. You guys are very kind, very nice of you. Hey, Carlos. Good to have you on, bro. Literal bro. Why am I so tired? Josh, you gotta sleep, bruh. Gotta get some sleep eventually. Hey, John Sheft, 64. He also drops a $10 super chat. Thanks for the live chat and the info. You are very welcome, and thank you for supporting the channel. Appreciate it very much. Now we're almost caught up. Let's get to the start of the show. What is up? What is up? All right. Good to have you guys. Just popping in, I see MS. Welcome to you. Steven, when are you doing the Hip Hop Podcast? You know what, man? I don't know. Soon, because I really want to do it. I really, really do. You know, I really want to do that. I love music, and specifically, one or two genres that I really enjoy. Edmund, good to have you. I see Edmund all the time in the comment section. It's good to see you here in the live. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, the music channel, I'd love to do it. Hey, Cesar Gonzalez with the #1 fan, $10 super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. D Doyle 06 says, are you going to still be putting these on Google Podcasts or Anchor? I went away from the podcast because things have gone so well here on YouTube. I just haven't really deviated from it. Like I tried the audio only podcast, and it was cool to do it. I enjoyed the production of it, but just to do separate podcasts, and everybody wants to view it on the YouTube, it just didn't make sense at this time. I think eventually I'll go back to it and I'll do the audio only podcast because I'll be doing like simultaneous. Yeah, Where's this alert box here? So I don't know. We'll see if it makes a comeback. I don't know. We'll see. Carlos heading back to the 702. Malthanis, what is up? All right, y'all. So here's what we're doing, right? I did a video earlier, and on that video, I took the approach of everybody has a right to know this. Everybody should know it. Mikey, thanks for the super chat again. I see you. The troll that is harassing you is not harassing me. Hey, Mike, look, take my approach. Pay him no mind, bro. Troll's a troll. If you know what trolls are, they live under bridges. They got those giant warts on their noses. They're diseased. They're extracted from society, and they're forced to live under bridges and trash cans and trash bins. Pay him no mind. Just dude's trash, right? He's a troll. Bling lies. Hashtag bling lies. The homie Big Lou, what's up, bruh? For those of you that would like to do so, you can like the video. That helps the channel out tremendously. Share it. That would be great. Appreciate you guys watching this in the live. If you are watching this on replay, big shout out to the replay crew. However you're watching this, whether live or replay, appreciate you so much. What's up, Steven Smith? Good to have you. All right, so here's the follow-up to today's video from earlier. I showed a speed test. It was a speed test, and the carrier doesn't really matter because this video is about all carriers. It's not really important. If you guys really want to know what carrier it was, I'll tell you if you really need to know, but it's not really the carrier that matters. It's really the fact that they all do this. Every wireless operator, provider is untruthful, deceitful, and they blatantly lie. The thing that's interesting about corporations, large corporations, I think what we'll do is we'll do the ravioli crew. We'll talk about that later, Mikey. And thank you for the $2 super chat. Wireless network operators. There's no one person behind a wireless network operator. T-Mobile's the closest thing to that with John Leisure. He was like the face. You know, most of the other wireless operators, probably don't know who the CEO is. And corporations in and of themselves, they are massive conglomerates of teams of employees, from the executive side to the management side to the retail side, the engineers, right? There's no one person to blame when things go wrong. There's no one person that is out in the forefront of everything that represents the company. It's just not like that. So when corporations and wireless telecoms make claims, there's nobody to really challenge, right? There's nobody to question. You can't go to Verizon headquarters and create a picket fence. What's up, Vincent? Good to have you. And say, these guys are liars, or this guy is a liar, or this lady is a liar. My phone is not getting what they say I should be getting. There's no accountability. Corporations, that's the one thing about corporations. Very few have accountability. It's true. The one thing that we can honestly say about small businesses, mom and pop stores, is there's usually an owner and there's usually somebody you could go to directly and they could make a difference for you in your experience and what you purchase and services and so on. Big shout out to Vincent. Thank you for the $2 super chat. And the big homie, Big Lou. Appreciate you, man. Thank you guys for your super chats. Got to stay hydrated. Got to keep my water up. What's up, Tom Tom? So what I'm saying is, because corporations tend to not have any form of accountability, there's nobody to report to, they can lie and say whatever they want, because who are you going to complain to? Are you going to write a letter to the corporation headquarters? Are you going to write a letter to the CEO? Are you going to write a letter to the chief technical officer? Are you going to send a letter to your local store? None of that's going to go anywhere. There's no accountability. Wireless providers can say and do pretty much whatever they want. So here comes in Sneed Mobile Tech and the SMT community. People need to understand what a wireless carrier tells you is what they want you to know. What they want you to know is the truth they are trying to create. It's a false narrative. They are trying to convince you to buy their service, which means they could completely embellish, they could completely exaggerate, they can blatantly lie. And if you are not careful, you can get played, because what they claim doesn't match the real product that they're putting out there. So calling a wireless operator may not be a solution if you're trying to understand what they're doing with their technology and other things like that. So the SMT Nation, the SMT community, the channel platform, we're in the search of pursuit of truth. I want to start with Sprint. I am going to pick on Sprint because Sprint is on its way out, right? The company itself will be completely de-emphasized here in the next several weeks. The branding will completely be eliminated this summer, and it's going to be the new T-Mobile. So let's look at what Sprint has done over the course of the last several years in their marketing. Sprint has, on average, the lowest median or mean download speeds. Same thing for upload speeds. They're the slowest carrier. They will try to tell you and convince you that their network is as good or very, very close to all the other providers. That's a lie. They will tell you and they will try to convince you that their network is almost as good or as good as the other wireless operators. They'll say that all carriers have a, they're within 1% network coverage and performance. 100% false. There are some markets where Sprint is a very good performer. I don't know how many there are, but based on route metrics, based on open signal, based on feedback from the SMT Nation and the community members, there are some people that claim that Sprint service is good in certain markets, but there are a hell of a lot of markets where Sprint underperforms. And that's the truth. That is real world experience. That is testing firms' experience. And it's my experience. I can confirm it for the CLE as well as the area around Cuyahoga County that I've tested and the surrounding counties here in Ohio. That is true. They are not meeting their claims. So they lied about that. They are lying about that. Those claims are false. Next up, we got T-Mobile. Where do I start? T-Mobile claims to have nationwide 5G. That's 100% false. They do not have nationwide 5G. If they had nationwide 5G, then everybody who is on the T-Mobile network would have connection to 5G at some point in the network experience. You get what I'm saying? They are not done with their 600 megahertz rollout. In fact, they're not really even close. Right? I would say, in my experience, in collecting data and looking at the analysis from third-party testers as well as people that travel, that are, support the community and get involved with the podcast, I don't feel they're even remotely close to national. I think they're probably closer to 60 or 70% in terms of the amount of 600 megahertz they've covered the nation with, because that's going to be their gauge, right? Like, how much 600 megahertz have we rolled out around the community, around the nation? They haven't done that. They have not made it nationwide. It's a nationwide approach, but you see the difference? They should say our 5G approach is nationwide. You cannot say that does not mean you have nationwide 5G. That is more than a stretch. That is beyond exaggeration. That is a false claim. That's a lie. Also, I can tell you from my connections in using the S20 5G device, testing all around the Cleveland area, I will get a 5G icon that is not connected to 5G. I go to the connection log, I go to service mode, I'm connected to band 66 and band 12. I'm connected to band 66 and band 2. That is multi-carrier aggregation. That's advanced LTE. That is not 5G. There is no NR connection, yet and still, there is a 5G icon on my phone. That is a blatant and obvious lie. That is a complete fabrication of a connection. But here's what T-Mobile is trying to get people to do. They see a 5G icon. Oh, I'm connected to 5G. You might do a speed test and you might get 150 megabits per second, 200 megabits per second, and the 5G icon is on your display. You look at your service mode and you're connected to 2 band 66s, 2 band 2s, and a band 12. Where is the band 71 NR? It's an icon. It's an icon. It's not really connecting to 5G in that case. I know that they do have 5G. I'm not saying that they don't. But I've seen blatant lies through these icons. When I check service mode, it doesn't show NR. But it's just the icon, That's frustrating. My phone also shows LTE+. I go to the service mode and it's 5 megahertz of band 12. How is that LTE+? A single carrier is not LTE+. Multiple carrier aggregation, sure, put LTE+ on the icon. There's something in the firmware of the phones that's responding to some connection from the provisioning and the software operations of the SIM card that's telling the phone to indicate something on the icon. Put 5G, put LTE+, and those things aren't happening. Those are blatant lies. You thought I was going to let AT&T off the hook? No. AT&T lies directly through its teeth and actually gets approached by multiple business bureaus to stop their misleading advertisements of 5GE. So they put 5GE as this icon when somebody is actually connected to advanced LTE. 5GE, if you're connected and you're an AT&T customer, oftentimes means you're going to get a really, really nice download speed. It's tons of capacity, right? You might get 200 megabits per second, 250 megabits per second. But that's not the question. Is it 5G? No. It's advanced LTE. A lot of people think I'm a Verizon shill. They think Verizon pays me. They think I love Verizon and blah, 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 blah. All these claims. Verizon's not safe either. Verizon claims to have the most powerful 5G. That's 100% wrong, and it couldn't be furthest from the truth. Verizon's current 5G deployment is 5G ultra-wideband. It is millimeter wave in nature. That is probably the weakest 5G. You could make that argument. The word weakest best fits ultra-wideband millimeter wave. You cannot say it's the strongest, because if you were going to say it's the most powerful 5G, that means it would work a long distance. That means it would work through all types of building materials. It cannot. It struggles to do that. It's millimeter wave. It's high frequency. It's difficulty in propagation and building penetration, homes, offices. It's going to be hard to connect to 5G for a long time till they sort through some of the technology advancements that they got to, complete. So Sprint lies, T-Mobile lies, AT&T lies, Verizon lies. T-Mobile's bars mean nothing. I'll have 3 or 4 bars, and I'm getting 1 megabit per second. It's got 4 bars, and I'm getting 2 megabits per second. My phone is dying after 4.5 hours of screen on time. LTE Plus, and I'm connected to one band of band 12, 5 megahertz. The 5G icon means nothing because I'm not even connected to NR and it says 5G up there. That is a whole lot of raccoonery, buffoonery. If you're in the live, if you're watching this on replay, hashtag raccoonery, buffoonery. T-Mobile says it's LTE Plus and I'm connected to one carrier. They say it's 5G and I'm connected to band 2 and band 66. And then the signal shows 4 bars and my phone's dying after 4 hours of screen on time. I put in my AT&T SIM, I'm getting 6.5 hours of screen on time. I put my Verizon SIM in, I'm getting 6.5 hours of screen on time. That is raccoonery, buffoonery at its finest. It's trickery. It's hickory dickory dock. It's nursery rhymes, bro. Whatever settings they're deploying over at T-Mobile, it's creating deceit. AT&T has a frickin' marketing strategy to deceive and lie about 5GE. Sprint says it has up to 1% the same network as Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. All that is wrong. Verizon says it has the most powerful 5G signal. Wrong. They all lie. I have protected none of them. I am calling a spade a spade. Hashtag spade is a spade. They all lie. You get what I'm saying? None of these carriers pay me. I don't owe them anything. They don't pay me a dime. I have all of them. This is all real. These are all facts. If you came here thinking you were going to protect your carrier because you've got some strange affinity for corporations that sell wireless service, you came to the wrong place. I'm not going to protect any of these carriers. I am calling it like it is. It may be good for you, and that's good. The service may be excellent, and I hope it is. And I want them to get better, so that's why I'm calling it like it is. It's crazy. AT&T, I'm getting 1 or 2 bars, and I'm getting 100 megabits per second. T-Mobile, I'm getting 4 bars, and I'm getting 1 megabit per second. I'm getting 100 times faster speeds on AT&T with 1 or 2 bars of signal, and T-Mobile's getting 4 bars, and I'm barely pulling 2 megabits per second. You see what I'm saying? The amount of betrayal, people putting faith in these carriers and these 5G icons and LTE plus icons, and it's just, these are just things that people had to know. So if I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this the new trailer to my channel. People are always asking, who's your favorite carrier? I don't have one. People ask me, who's the best wireless provider? That's subjective. Exactly, Mikey. Big shout out to Mikey Tech Review. Thank you for the super chat. He says you pay them and they pay you nothing. So I can be critical. I can do that. Big shout out to Cesar Gonzalez with the super chat. Spade is a spade. Hashtag spade is a spade. You get what I'm saying? Do not protect these carriers. They will do nothing for you. They offer you a service that you pay for, and if you're late, they will cut you off. So we're not here to defend anyone. We're not here to protect any of these carriers. They're not your family. They're not your friends. There's no reason to be loyal to them. If you like the service, good. Pay them, you get the service. If you enjoy the experience on the network, good. That's what it's for. But the carriers lie, and they lie about a lot. T-Mobile lies, AT&T lies, Sprint lies, Verizon lies. They will lie through their teeth to sell you their network. They will lie through their teeth to sell you a phone that is supposed to be the best thing on their network. Spade is a spade. They're liars. They lie about a lot. They'll lie to your face. They'll lie behind your back. They'll lie in their advertising. They'll lie in their marketing. Carriers lie. No pom-poms here. No cheerleader squad here. I question them all. I question their integrity. I question their honesty. I question their motives. I question everything. That's what we do here. Big shout out to Humberto Moran. Thank you for that super chat. Got the koala going on. Awesome. Appreciate you. Mikey Tech Review with another super chat. Thanks, broski. Appreciate you. Better late than never, bridge pay. If you like your carrier, good for you. But you are not obligated to defend them. Don't throw spears at me because I judge carriers. Don't throw spears at me because I said something non-flattering about the carrier that you like so much. Enjoy your service. Enjoy the network access that you get from them. But you cannot be protective of wireless network providers that are lying. You got to call a spade a spade. I test all of the networks. I have a SIM card from each of the 4 wireless providers. I have a SIM card with Verizon. I have access to 2 different plans. I have the old school Verizon Unlimited plan from years ago. I have the 2017 Verizon Unlimited plan. I have 2 different SIMs from Verizon. I have the AT&T Business Elite plan. I have the T-Mobile Business plan. Magenta Business. I have a Sprint Framley plan. I've got access to all these networks. I've got iPhones. I've got Note 10 Pluses. I've got a Note 10 5G. I've got a BlackBerry. I've got all these phones. I test them all. If you want to question what I'm saying or my judgment, be my guest. That's good. I'm glad there are skeptics out there. But I am not going to protect these carriers. They don't pay me. I pay them. And they lie. And that's the truth. The wireless carriers in the United States could write fiction books. And in my opinion, they should write fiction books because they tell stories like nursery rhymes. Hickory dickory. Tom is asking, how much is your old school Verizon Unlimited plan for just 1 line? I'm not in a position to disclose that. Teletext says everyone's experience to each carrier is different. 100%. Every market is different. Every market has different tower density. Every market has a different spectrum concentration. Right? Every market has different market share. So how many people are on these towers? One tower might be awesome, and it's been upgraded, and it's really fast. And the other, its neighboring tower, might be slower because there's a lot of people on it, and it hasn't been upgraded in the last 5 years. Facts, bro. Good call. Saldana Tech says AT&T is GOAT. I would say it might be the most capacitive network. It might have the most capacity in some markets, but there's spots where there's no service or it's 3G. It's a flawed network. AT&T is a flawed network. It's not the GOAT network. There is no GOAT network. A GOAT network would be a network that has absolutely no dead spots, is fully LTE or 5G. That does not exist. There is no GOAT network. AT&T is a very high capacity network. It is very fast. Wherever they have done their tower upgrades, it's amazing. There are multiple towers that I've tested in the Cleveland area where I'm getting 250 plus megabits per second on LTE. What they've done in the last couple of years is amazing. But it can't be the GOAT network because there is no GOAT network. There are still places where T-Mobile has 3G and HSPA, and they still don't have the national coverage of Verizon, so how could they be the GOAT? Right? It's a very good network. I would agree if you were to say that. It's definitely not perfect. It is definitely flawed. Michael says their pricing leaves a lot to be desired. I agree. But they're spending on their network, so the premium pricing, right? What's up, Sebi? Good to have you. That's right, Mike. Hashtag Hickory Dickory. The carriers could write fiction books. They could write storybooks for kids. Make believe. All their claims, all their promises, it's all overstated. It's all exaggerated, and sometimes it's just blatant lies. Thank you to Cesar Barajas for the super chat. I'm sorry if I missed it. The Streamlabs thing stopped working, so sorry for that, bro. I didn't see it. In fact, I don't even see it in the live chat, so I apologize. But thank you for your super chat, bro. Thank you so much. My experience on Visible Wireless. Visible Wireless is the best value in wireless networks. If your market has good Verizon coverage, Visible is the best option for you. If the coverage is there, if the speeds are there, Visible, I mean, you can't beat $25 per month on a party plan of 4. Can't do it. You're not going to find better at $25 for a single line of service with unlimited LTE an unlimited LTE hotspot. Not going to beat it. Steven says, I've had only T-Mobile since 97. I have good service. I cannot say they are better than any other provider because I've never used them. If it works, uses it. That's a good statement, Steven. Steven's not going to go out on a limb and say T-Mobile's the best because he's only tried one carrier. But his experiences are good. That's objective. That's fair. Cesar Gonzalez, thank you for the super chat, broski. He says, I agree with you, Sneed. No carrier is perfect, but I've always used both Verizon and T-Mobile. I like T-Mobile because of the free data roaming abroad and Verizon because of consistency. So you are exploiting the strengths of two different carriers. Therefore admitting, and rightfully so, both have their flaw. You're not getting data roaming abroad from Verizon, but you are getting it from T-Mobile. You've explained the rationale for why you have T-Mobile. And then you also explained why you have, or what your rationale is for Verizon, the consistency, which is true. Those two reasons are perfectly valid and acceptable. And I mean, I can't blame you. It seems like it works perfect for you. Thank you for the super chat, brother. Connor says Verizon's the best network. What's your angle? LTE availability? Sure. If your measure is LTE availability, I'd agree with you. If your measure is fastest speeds in the most markets, AT&T's right there. Especially major markets. AT&T's new renovations to those tower sites where they've added band 14 and band 30. I mean, 250 plus megabits on dozens of sites in the CLE area. It's so good here. Where the coverage is there, I mean, the speeds match. My experience with AT&T has been amazing. Bob brings up the point, no network is perfect. Each one has its markets. It's true. Wherever they've done their upgrades, wherever they've built it out with the most spectrum assets and the most tower density. John Doe says AT&T is good out here in Arizona. Good to know. Randy says, hickory dickory dock, the cat ran up the clock. Carriers are telling nursery rhymes. Carriers are writing fiction books. And they don't care, and there's nobody to be held accountable because it's just a corporation with no face. Edmund says, what carrier is trying to improve? I think they all are. I think all of them are trying to improve. Verizon is trying to improve its speeds and always building out its coverage. AT&T is doing the same. T-Mobile, it's a coverage thing. And now they've come across the issue of capacity now that they have so many customers. Connor says Sprint is good in Arizona. I've heard that. Saldana says AT&T is amazing in PA. I've heard that as well. You know, Xena, AT&T is pretty good for travel. It's right up there. I think them and Verizon, you know, you're likely to have the most LTE available to you using those networks. Sebi brings up the point. No carrier is perfect, but I have always used both Verizon and T-Mobile. I like T-Mobile because of the free data roaming abroad and Verizon because of consistency. You know, we just got that same exact comment, which is crazy, right? Let's see here. YouTube effing sucks. Says AT&T band 14 and 30 is amazing. It changed the game for AT&T. It made their network amazing. I totally agree. Pete says AT&T sucks at deploying 14 now. There's something going on in Colorado that Pete's been able to identify. There's no band 14 out there. I can tell you here in the CLE, the band 14 is basically on every site. Like almost every site. John is here. Appreciate you for stopping by. Zeke says AT&T needs to spend money in Kentucky. The network is awful. They're going to have to give it some attention. They're going to have to upgrade some tower sites. They may have to add some tower sites. Maybe they just haven't gotten around to it. So that's your experience there. Edmund, which network you think is trying to improve? I think they all are. I think they all try to improve. Paul Boyd, thank you for the super chat. Carriers don't pay us to promote them. We pay for their service. Totally agree. Code says no problems for me in LA with Verizon. Big shout out to Michael Luque. Thank you for the PayPal donation, buddy. I appreciate you very much. Thank you. I'm not sure if you had any type of message or question or statement that you wanted to make or you wanted me to address, but hey, thank you so much for that super chat donation. Thank you. $8 super chat. Thanks very much for that. And if anybody, just so you know, if at any point you felt compelled, you wanted to, you can make a donation to the channel, support the productions here on the channel. There's a PayPal link in the description box. And I thank you in advance for that. All right, looks like we're going away towards smartphone hardware. Mikey Tech Reviews with the super chat, and he says, face unlock or fingerprint unlock, which is better? I like fingerprint unlock. I think it's more reliable. You know, I can wear a mask and still get into my phone, you know, so just my 2 cents, but I always like the hardware better than the software tricks. Renard says AT&T is a good fast network where Cricket Wireless uses their AT&T network. Totally agree. AT&T is a very fast network, but there are some places from what I understand that they don't have as much coverage as they could and probably need some attention. It's a flawed network. There's no perfect network. Appreciate you, Michael. Thank you so much for that. Yes, donations do go to Yasmin. Absolutely. For those of you that don't know, Yasmin is my daughter. My 4-year-old little girl. Gene says Verizon is expensive and the network sucks here in Delaware. So Gene brings up a good point. The service is not good in Delaware. There's no way he would be foolish to use that carrier if he lives in Delaware, right? Which is why it's good that we have other options and other carriers that provide service. But you still call a spade a spade. Verizon is amazing outside of Delaware. And I've never actually heard that Verizon is bad in Delaware. That's new to me. So I don't know if it's coverage issues in Delaware. Usually Verizon doesn't have coverage issues. Maybe it's a capacity issue and the network's just slowing down. That's possible. I would guess that might be the issue. Maybe. All right, so here's how I'm going to wrap up this podcast, because honestly, I wasn't going to be on here too long. I had the video earlier to kind of get my point across and so on. Here's my point. Carriers could and should write fiction books. They lie through their teeth, they exaggerate the truth, and they only want you to know what they want you to know. They don't want you to know the truth, because the truth may be that their network is deficient. Their network is imperfect. There's nothing wrong with a network being imperfect, but they don't want to tell you that. They are trying to convince you that their network is perfect and it's better than the others, so you spend money with them. They will lie to convince you of that fact. They'll exaggerate to convince you that their network is better than everybody else's. But the truth of the matter is, men lie, women lie, all carriers lie. It's a fact of life. Just like death is a fact of life, just like taxes are a fact of life, men lie, women lie, the carriers always lie. What I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to let this ride out. I didn't want this to be too long, right? It's something I wanted to drive the point home. So what I'm going to be doing is I'll be transitioning here. I do want to do some special shout outs and some thank yous out here. What I want to do here is I want to thank you for coming by tonight and watching this live stream and watching this podcast. It's been a lot of fun. You know, I love doing these podcasts. These are always great because I can be honest, I can be candid. It's a good time. You get what I'm saying? And honestly, it's probably the best part of the channel is having these dialogues, having these discussions, going into the comment section, going into the live chat, and hearing what you guys have to say. Giving a voice to the people, right? Sharing experiences and so on. So I want to thank you guys for being here this evening. I want to thank the SMT community, the SMT Nation, everybody here in the live chat. All right, thank you guys for being a part of the show tonight. You guys are the 2 Live crew. Hashtag 2 Live crew if you watch this in the live. If you watch this on replay, hashtag replay crew. Go ahead and drop me that in the comment section. And if you are a real one and you watch this all the way through, hashtag ravioli gang. You are the real ones. You watched it all the way through. Thank you very much for that. Hashtag mod squad if you got a blue wrench, you got a blue name. Appreciate you guys very much for that. Thank you for being a part of the community on the next level. Caleb, Rafi, John, Mike, Bob, Mr. X, Cesar. I appreciate you guys very much. I saw Carlos was in earlier. Appreciate you guys helping me out and being a part of the community on the administrative side, on the management side. Thank you guys so much for that. Big shout out to Zeke297. He snuck in a super chat here at the end. Appreciate you, big homie. If you haven't done so, maybe you just stumbled upon the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the SMT YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button. What are you waiting for? Maybe you've been lurking. Maybe you've been watching the videos, but you haven't subscribed. Subscribe. Go ahead, bro. Pull the trigger. No worries. You will not regret it. Activate the bell notification icon so you never miss an upload from the SMT. All our videos, all our live streams, be the first to know. We have another community that you may want to consider checking out, the SMT Patreon page. Big shout out to the Patreon page. We've got a group of about 75 amazing people supporting productions on the Patreon as well as the YouTube channel. And of course, thank you for watching. Yasmin's here. She's crashing the live stream. Oh no. Yasmin, say hi and bye real quick. Say hi and bye real quick. Say hi and bye to the people. Say something. Go ahead.
Mama wants your video.
All right, Yasmin. Thank everybody for coming. Say thank you for coming.
Bye, hi.
Say bye, everybody. Thank you for coming.
Bye, hi.
All right, tell them we out, yo. Peace.
Peace.
Hashtag Ravioli Crew. Hashtag Ravioli Gang.